observe here, next problem. If A plus B is equals to, A plus B is equals to 90 degrees. A plus B is equals to 90 degrees. Then cos A into cos B belongs to, cos A into cos B belongs to is nothing but the minimum and the maximum value of cos A into cos B. The minimum and the maximum value of cos A and cos B we want. Observe here, A plus B is equals to 90. A plus B is equals to 90. Then B is equals to how much? 90 minus. B is equals to how much? 90 minus C. So we have cos A into cos B. Cos A into cos B can be written as cos A into cos B means B in the place of B. Right here 90 minus C. 90 minus C. That is equals to cos A into cos 90 minus theta. Cos 90 minus theta. Clearly first quadrant, 90 minus theta lies in first quadrant. Clearly cos 90 minus A is nothing but sin A. 90 is there, so cos ratio changes to sin ratio. We get here sin A. That is cos A into sin A. We don't have any formula of sin A into cos A, but we have a formula that is 2 sin A into cos A. So that's why numerator and denominator is multiplied by 2 by 2. 2 by 2. We get here 1 by 2 times of 2 sin A into cos A. 1 by 2 times of 2 sin A cos A. 2 sin A cos A is nothing but sin 2A. That is equal to 1 by 2 times of sin 1 by 2 times of sin 2A. 1 by 2 times of sin 2A. Already we know that formula, that is the minimum and maximum value of the minimum and maximum values of A sin x, A sin x plus B cos x plus C is clearly, that is closed interval, C minus square root of A square plus B square comma C plus square root of A square plus B square. A square plus B square. It is in the form of A sin x plus B cos x. B value 0, C value also clearly it is 0. That is minimum and maximum value. That is cos A into cos B is belongs to minimum value C minus. Clearly 0 minus. Here C value is not there, C 0 minus. Square root of A value. A value here how much? A sin A. This is A sin x. A sin x. So A value clearly 1 by 2. 1 by 2 whole square plus B value here also not there, that is 0 square. Maximum value C plus. C value here clearly 0. 0 plus square root of A value already here 1 by 2 whole square. 1 by 2 whole square plus 0 square. That is. So clearly minus times of 0 square is nothing but 0. Square and root get cancelled. We get minus 1 by 2. Here also 0 plus square and root get cancelled. We get plus 1 by 2. So the maximum and the minimum value of cos A into cos B. If A plus B equals to 90, if A plus B is equals to 90, the minimum and maximum value of cos A into cos B belongs to minus closed interval minus 1 by 2, comma, plus 1. This is. Same, sixth one. Observe here, if A plus B is equals to 90, cos A minus cos B belongs to cos A minus cos B. Cos A minus cos B is belongs to. Observe here, same B is equals to we get 90 minus A. Cos A minus cos B, B can be written as 90 minus A. That is equal to, we get here cos A minus cos 90 minus theta. Already we discussed in previous, that is cos 90 minus theta, clearly sin theta. We get sin A. We get sin A. So the maximum and minimum value, the minimum and maximum values of A sin x plus B cos x plus C is closed interval C minus square root of A square plus B square comma C plus square root of A square plus B square. C plus square root of A square plus B square. That is equal to. See here, observe here A cos A and B sin A. That is half A sin x and B cos x. Right, anything? That is clearly here. A value is minus 1, B value is plus 1, C value is equal to 0. A value minus 1, A sin x plus B cos x plus C value is 0. So A is equals to minus 1, B is equals to plus 1 and C value is 0. Substitute here we get, that is cos A minus cos B. Cos A minus cos B of sin A. Right? Sin A, this belongs to clearly C minus means 0 minus square root of minus 1 whole square means we get plus 1. Plus 1 whole square is also we get plus 1. Comma 0 plus square root of 1 plus 1. Minus 1 whole square means plus 1 and plus 1 whole square is also plus 1. That is equal to, this is belongs to 0 minus square root of minus 2 comma 0 plus square root of 3 get square root of. Therefore, the minimum and maximum value of cos A minus cos B. Cos A minus cos B is belongs to closed interval minus square root of 2 comma plus square root of 2. This is next. Yes, next problem observe here. The greatest value of 3 sin x into cos x is, we want the greatest value. That means we want maximum value. What is the formula to calculate maximum value? That is c plus square root of a square plus b square. C plus square root of a square plus b square. But this function is not in the form of a sin x plus b cos x plus c. A sin x plus b cos x plus c. So we convert them into a sin x plus b cos x plus c. Observe here, the function is clearly 3 sin x into cos x. 3 sin x into cos x. 3 sin x into cos x can be written as, that is 2 times of sin x into cos x plus 1 time of sin x into cos x. 2 times of sin x into cos x plus 1 time of sin x into cos x. Clearly 3 times of sin x into cos x. Already we know that we have a formula that is 2 sin A cos B. Or 2 sin A cos A, 2 sin A cos A, 2 sin A cos A. 2 sin A cos A is nothing but sin 2A. So we get 2 sin x cos x means we get sin 2x plus sin 2x plus. But sin x into cos x, sin A into cos A, we don't have a formula. So sin x into cos x is multiplied by numerator and denominator 2 by 2. We get here, observe here, sin 2x plus 1 by 2 times. 1 by 2 times of 2 sin A cos A. Again we get sin 2x. If you do LCM, 2 ones are 2. 2 sin x plus sin 2x is nothing but 3 by 2 times of sin 2x. 3 by 2 times of sin 2x. Clearly it is converted to a sin x plus b cos x, b value 0 and c value also 0. We want the maximum value. Maximum value of 3 by 2 sin 2x is clearly, that is c plus square root of a square plus b square. That is equal to, here c value 0 plus square root of a square. A value clearly 3 by 2. That is 3 by 2 whole square plus b value also 0, that we get 0. Therefore square and root get cancelled. 3 by 2 is the answer. Square and root get cancelled. Therefore the maximum value of 3 by 2 sin 2x. 3 by 2 sin 2x is nothing but 3 sin x cos x. 3 sin x cos x is 3 by 2 sin 2x. That is how much? 0 plus, that is 3 by 2. Numerator and denominator is multiplied by 2 by 2. We get same answer of 3 by 2 sin 2x. Here only numerator and the denominator multiplied by 2 by 2. We get 3 into 2 sin x cos x. That is 3 by 2 into sin 2x cos x we get. That is directly. Next, 8th problem. The tangent function whose period is 4. The tangent function whose period is 4. We know that the period of period of tan AX is clearly pi by mod e. The period of tan AX is clearly pi by mod e. They gave the tangent function whose period is 4. Whose period is how much? Period is 4. Period is 4. That means we want AI. Tan AX is equal to pi by mod. Tan AX is equal to pi by mod. That means pi by mod A is equal to 4. Pi by mod A is equal to 4. A is equal to clearly pi by 4. A by how much? Pi by 4. That is. So we want therefore the tangent function is clearly tan AX. Tan AX is here you value is how much? Pi by 4. That is pi by 4 times of. Therefore, the tangent function is how much? Tan pi by 4 times of x is the period is how much? 4. The tan pi by 4 times of x period is how much? 4. This is. Yes. Next problem observe here. The period of sin cube x plus cos cube x we want. The period of sin cube x plus cos cube x. So we want sin cube x plus cos cube x. Observe here the period we want. Already we know that sin 3x is equal to 3 sin x minus 4 sin cube x. Sin 3x is equal to 3 sin x minus 4 sin cube x. If you transpose here, we get 4 sin cube x is equal to 3 sin x minus sin 3x. 4 sin cube x is equal to 3 sin x minus sin 3x. We don't have to find the period of sin cube x and plus cos cube x. So convert it up into sin x and cos x in terms of sin and cos. So that's why 4 sin cube x equals 3 sin x minus sin 3x. We want sin cube x. Sin cube x is equal to 1 by 4 times of 3 sin x minus sin 3x. This is sin cube x. Next, already we know that cos 3x also 4 cos cube x minus 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. Cos 3x formula this is. Sin 3x formula this is. So we want cos cube x. If you transpose this one, we get 4 cos cube x is equal to cos 3x plus 3 cos x we get. Observe here, we want cos cube x. Cos cube x is equal to 1 by 4 times of cos 3x plus 3 cos x we get. So substitute sin cube x and cos cube x value in the given function. That is sin cube x means how much? Sin cube x plus cos cube x is equal to sin cube x means how much? 1 by 4 times of 3 sin x plus 3 sin x minus sin 3x minus sin 3x plus cos cube x means 1 by 4 times of cos 3x plus 3 cos x. 3 cos x. So if you take 1 by 4 as common, we get 3 sin x minus sin 3x plus cos 3x plus 3 cos x. We want the period of this function. Period of this function is nothing but sin cube x plus cos cube x. Already we know that the period of sin x is clearly 2 pi. Period of sin x is how much? 2 pi. Period of sin 3x is clearly sin 3x. Period of sin 3x is 2 pi by sin ax plus b is nothing but sin ax. The period of sin x ax is 2 pi by mod a. So we get 2 pi by mod 3 is nothing but plus 3. And cos 3x also 2 pi by 3 and 3 cos x means we get the period is clearly 2 pi. So we want the period of this function. Period of sin cube x plus period of sin cube x plus cos cube x is equals to LCM of 2 pi gamma 2 pi by 3 gamma 2 pi by 3 gamma 2 pi. LCM of 2 pi gamma 2 pi by 3 gamma 2 pi by 3 gamma 2 pi. Already we know that LCM of fractions is equals to LCM of numerators by HC of the denominator. Therefore, period is equals to LCM of numerators 2 pi 2 pi 2 pi 2 pi. LCM is clearly 2 pi. 2 pi. HCF of the denominator 1 3 3 1. HCF is clearly 1. So 2 pi by 1, that is equals to 2 pi. So period of this function is sin cube plus cos cube x is clearly 2 pi. The period of this function is how much? 2 pi. Next, the period of, we want sin of e power tan x plus e power cot x. That is solution. They give sin of e power tan x plus e power cot x. Clearly, the period of tan x is how much? Pi. The period of tan x is pi. So the period of e power tan x is also pi only. E power cot x is pi. So e power cot x value also pi. So this total f of x. Therefore, the period of f of x is this is f of x. This is g. The period of f of x is if the period of f of x is p, then the composite function that is g of f of x. The composite function g of f of x period also p1. If f of x function is period is p, f of x function is period is p, then g of f of x, then the composite function is also period how much? p1. Here e power tan x plus e power cot x, these periods is clearly this is pi. So LCM of pi only. Therefore, the period of composite function, that is sin times of e power tan x plus e power cot x is clearly pi only. Observe this one once again. We want sin times of e power tan x plus e power cot x. Clearly this is composite function. G of f of x. This is in the form of two function fragment, that is g of f of x. First of all, find e power tan x plus e power cot x period. We know that e power tan x period is clearly pi. Tan x period how much? Pi. So e power tan x period is also pi only. E power tan x period is also pi. And e power cot x period is pi. E power cot x period is also pi. So LCM of pi and pi is pi only. So f of x, this is f of x. So e power tan x plus e power cot x period is how much? Pi. This function f of x period is p. Then the composite function g of f of x period is also p only. So this function period is pi. So composite function sin times of e power tan x plus e power cot x period is how much? Pi only. So answer is pi. This is the problem, that is the period of the function sin of pi times of sin theta. Sin of pi times of sin theta. Clearly this is composite function. Observe this solution. We want period of sin of pi sin theta. We know that the period of sin theta, the period of sin theta is clearly 2 pi. The period of sin theta is how much? the period of sin theta is 2 pi. If we know that if the period of f of x is p, then the period of composite function g of f of x is also the period of g of f of x is also p1. If the period of f of x is p, f of x period is how much p, then the composite function g of f of x period is also, then the composite function g of f of x period is also how much? Pi1. So therefore the period of sin times of pi sin theta period, this means f of x period is 2 pi. So g of f of x value also, what is equals to 2 pi. How much? 2 pi. This is here. Observe here, the minimum value of 9 tan square theta plus 4 cot square theta we want. The minimum value of 9 tan square theta plus 4 cot square theta. Solution, observe here, they gave 9 tan square theta plus 4 cot square theta. 9 tan square theta can be written as our convenience 3 tan theta whole square plus 3 square means 9, tan theta whole square means we get tan square theta only. So 4 cot square theta can be written as 2 cot theta whole square. 2 cot theta whole square. We know that a square plus b square is equals to that is a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square whole square plus that is 2a. A square plus b square is equals to a minus b whole square plus 2a. A minus b whole square because a square plus b square minus 2a. If you transpose minus 2a return, we get plus 2. So a square plus b square equals a minus b whole square plus 2a. Clearly a value here 3 tan theta, b value 2 cot theta. Observe here, that is we get a minus b whole square. That is 3 tan theta minus b value 2 cot theta whole square plus 2 into a value clearly 3 tan theta into b value clearly 2 cot theta. That is equal. We get here 3 tan theta minus 2 cot theta whole square plus 2 3s are 6, 6 2s are 12. Tan theta into cot theta value clearly what? We know that relation, that is tan theta into cot theta. Tan theta into cot theta get cancelled. Cot theta can be written as 1 by tan. Tan get cancelled, we get 1. So clearly the minimum value of tan theta minus cot theta is the minimum value of tan theta minus cot theta is clearly 0. The minimum value of 3 tan theta minus 2 cot theta is equal to 0. Therefore, the minimum value of 3 tan theta minus 2 cot theta whole square plus 2 is clearly this value is 3 tan theta minus 2 cot theta. Minimum value is clearly 0. 0 plus 1, that is equal to 1b. The minimum value is how much? That is. Or otherwise, this is a is equals to 9 tan square theta. Take a is equals 9 tan square theta. B is equals to 4 cot square theta. Another process clear that is. Another process. A is equals to 9 tan square theta and B is equals to 4 cot square theta. Already we know that arithmetic mean is greater than or equals to geometric mean. Arithmetic mean is greater than or equals to geometric. Arithmetic mean means a plus b by 2 is clearly greater than or equals to square root of a. A plus b by 2, that is 9 tan square theta plus 4 cot square theta by 2 is greater than or equals to square root of 9 tan square theta into 4 cot square. Cot square theta tan square theta get cancelled. That is 9 tan square theta, that is greater than or equal to 9 4 square root of 36. That is square root of 36 means we get 6 1. If you transpose 2 from LHS to RHS, it will get 6 into 2, so we get plus. So the minimum value is the value of 9 tan square theta, 9 tan square theta plus 4 cot square theta. 9 tan square theta plus 4 cot square theta is greater than or equal to 1. So minimum value is 1. Minimum value is 1. This next problem, observe here. Given x is greater than 0, clearly x value is greater than 0. Then the values of f of x value, minus 3 times of cos square root of 3 plus x square, the values lies in the interval. We want the values lies in the interval. We want minimum and maximum value. We want. That is solution. We know that the cos theta is minimum and maximum value. That is cos theta is lies in interval. Minus 1 is less than or equal to. Cos theta is less than or equal to plus 1. Already we know. Minus 1 is less than or equal to. Cos theta is less than or equal to plus 1. So they gave the cos function, that is minus 1 is less than or equal to cos of square root of 3 plus x square. Clearly theta value square root of 3 plus x square value also lies between minus 1 is less than or equal to plus 1 only. So cos theta function is always lies between minus 1 and plus 1, including minus 1 and plus 1. So theta value there square root of 3 plus x square. So cos function is always lies between minus 1 and plus 1 and including minus 1 and plus 1. Observe here, but they gave the function f of x is equal to minus 3 times of cos square root of 3 plus x square. So first of all multiply by minus 3 minus 1 into minus 3. If you multiply by negative quantity, inequality sign also will be changed. That is less than or equal to is converted into greater than or equal to. That is minus 3 times of cos of square root of 3 plus x square is less than or equal to plus 1 into minus 3. So minus 1 into minus 3 we get plus 3 is greater than or equal to minus 3 cos square root of 3 plus x square is less than or equal to 1 into minus 3 we get minus 3. We get minus 3. This can be written as minus 3 is less than or equal to the minimum and maximum value. Maximum value is plus 3 and minimum value is minus 3. So we want the interval, that is clearly closed interval f of x. F of x is belongs to closed interval minus 3 to plus 3. Minus 3 to plus 3. That is lies between minus 3 and plus 3. So that is minus 3 and closed interval minus 3 and plus 3. This is. Next, fourth one. 4 sin square x plus 4 cos square x is greater than or equal to 4 for what value of x? This inequality is true means. Observe here. If you take 4 as common, we get 4 times of sin square x plus, that is sin square x plus cos square x is greater than or equal to 4. If you transpose 4 from LHS to RHS, it will become division quantity. That is sin square x plus cos square x is always greater than or equal to 4 by 4. That is sin square x plus cos square x is greater than or equal to 1. So sin square x plus cos square x. Sin square x plus cos square x value always we know the identity. Sin square theta plus cos square theta value always 1. The value theta is belongs to all the real values of theta. So all the theta is x is belongs to all the real values of x. All the real values of x, it satisfies the inequality sin square x plus cos square x is clearly greater than or equal to. Sin square x plus cos square x is clearly greater than. So it is satisfying all the real values of x. All the real values of x. Next problem. Next problem, observe here. 7th one. Maximum value of cos power 4x. Maximum value of cos power 4x minus sin power 4x value we want. Maximum value. Observe that they gave the function f of x is equals to cos power 4x minus sin power 4x. This can be written as cos power 4x minus sin power 4x can be written as clearly cos square x whole square minus sin square x whole square. Cos square x whole square minus sin square x whole square. Already we know that a square minus b square is equals to a plus b into a minus b is the identity. A square minus b square is equals to a plus b into a minus b. So this can be written as a square minus b square, that is a plus b into, that is cos square x plus sin square x into cos square x minus sin square x. Cos square x minus sin square x. Already we know that identity sin square theta plus cos square theta value always 1. So that is equals to 1 into we get cos square x minus sin square x. Cos square theta minus sin square theta, we have a formula that is cos 2 theta. So cos square theta minus sin square theta is equals to clearly cos 2 theta. So this can be written as cos 2x. 1 into cos 2x. 1 into cos dx clearly cos 2x. Already we know that cos theta is lies between, we know that the cos theta lies between minus 1 is less than or equals to cos theta is less than or equals to plus 1. So cos 2x also lies between minus 1 is less than or equals to cos 2x is less than or equals to plus 1. We want the maximum value. Therefore the maximum value is f of x is clearly plus 1. Maximum value of f of x means given function is clearly plus 1. This is. Next, 8th one, observe here. 8th one solution. They gave the function f of x is equals to 1 by 3 sin x minus 4 cos x plus 7. 1 by 3 cos x, 3 sin x minus 4 cos x plus 7. We want the minimum value. We want the minimum value of the given function. Minimum value of the given function means we want the maximum value of the denominator. If the denominator have maximum value, then the function f of x is minimum. We want the minimum value of f of x is we want the maximum value of the denominator. If the denominator is maximum, we get the minimum value of f of x. 1 by 2 and 1 by 4, 1 by 2 and 1 by 4, which is 1 by 2 and 1 by 4, which is big means 1 by 2 is big. 1 by 2 is big compared with 1 by 4. So, 1 by 3 sin x minus 4 cos x plus 7, we want the minimum value means what is the maximum value of 3 sin x minus 4 cos x plus 7? Maximum value of 3 sin x minus 4 cos x plus 7. 1 by maximum is equal to we get the minimum value. So, the minimum value of f of x is the minimum value of f of x is maximum value of 3 sin x minus 4 cos x plus 7. We want the 3 sin x minus 4 cos x plus 7 maximum value. Already we know that the maximum value of a sin x plus or minus b cos x. A sin x plus or minus b cos x maximum value is clearly Here c term is not there, so we have to be square root of a square plus b square is the maximum. If you want minimum, that is minus times of square root of a square plus b square. So clearly a is equals to 3, b is equals to minus 4. So maximum is equals to square root of 9 plus 4. 3 whole square means 9. 4 whole square means we get 16. So 9 plus 16 we get 25. Square root of 25 is nothing but 5. Square root of 25 we get 5. So the minimum value of f of x is clearly, or here to take c value also plus c, that is c plus square root of a square plus b square, that is c plus square root of a square plus b square, that is 7 plus square root of a square plus b square, that is 7 plus square root of 25, that is 7 plus 5, we have been 12. Minimum value of x and x minus 4 cos x plus 7 is 12. So the maximum value is 12. So minimum value of f of x is clearly 1 by 2. Or if you take this one, square root of a square plus b square value 5 we get. So 1 by 5 plus 7. 1 by 5 plus 7 is nothing but 1. Once again. Minimum value of 1 by 3 sin x minus 4 cos x plus 7. 1 by is there. 1 by is there. So that's why when we get the minimum value of 1 by this function, this function is clearly in the denominator have maximum value, we get the minimum value of this function. If the denominator have maximum value, we get the minimum value of this function. What is the maximum value of 3 sin x minus 4 cos x plus 7? What is the maximum value of 3 sin x minus 4 cos x plus 7? Is nothing but, that is 3 sin x minus 4 cos x plus 7. A is equals to 3, b is equals to minus 4. If you take c is equals to also 7, c is equals to also 7, the value of maximum value of a sin x plus b cos x plus c, a sin x plus b cos x plus c is clearly c plus square root of a square plus b square. C plus square root of a square plus b square. That is a square means 9, b square means 16, 9 plus 16, that is 7 plus 9 plus 16 is clearly square root of 25, 7 plus square root of 25, square root of 25 value 5, so 7 plus 5 we get 12. So maximum value of 3 sin x minus 4 cos x plus 7 is 12. So minimum of f of x is 1 by 12. Minimum of f of x is 1 by 12. Next problem. Next. Ninth problem, that is maximum value of sin x plus pi by 4 into sin x minus pi by 4 we want the maximum value. Observe here, the maximum value we want, that is sin x plus pi by 4 into sin x minus pi. Solution, it is in the form of sin x plus pi by 4 into sin x minus pi by 4, clearly it is in the form of sin a plus b. Sin a plus b into sin a minus b. What is the formula of sin a plus b into sin a plus b into sin a minus b is equal to clearly sin square a minus sin square b. Sin a plus b into sin a minus b is equal to clearly sin square a minus sin square b. So here a value x and b value pi by 4. So substitute here we get, that is sin square a minus sin square b means we get here sin square x minus sin square pi by 4. Pi by 4 value. Pi by 4 means clearly 180 by 4. Pi by 4 means 180 by 4 is nothing but 45 degrees. What is the value of sin 45? Clearly sin 45 value 1 by square root of 2. So that is equal to sin square x minus 1 by square root of 2 whole square. 1 by square root of 2 whole square. That is equal to sin square x minus 1 by square root of 2 whole square. 1 by square root of 2 whole square means that is clearly 1 by 2. How much? 1 by 2. If you do LCM here, we get, that is LCM means we get 2 sin square x minus 1 by 2 is the LCM. 2 into sin square x, clearly 2 sin square x minus 1. Already we know that cos 2x in terms of sine, cos 2x in terms of sine is nothing but 1 minus 2 sine square x. 1 minus 2 sine square x. If you multiply by both sides minus 1, we get minus cos 2x is equals to plus 2 sine square x minus 1. Plus 2 sine square x minus 1. So 2 sine square x minus 1. 2 sine square x minus 1 can be written as minus cos 2x. That is 1 by 2 times of minus 1 by 2 times of cos, that is 2x. Cos 2x minus cos 2x value 2 sin square x minus 1. 2 sin square x minus 1 value is how much? Minus cos 2x. Here denominator 2 is there, so that's why minus 1 by 2 times of cos 2x. Already we know that the value, we know that the cos function is always lies between minus 1 is less than or equals to cos theta, that is cos 2x is less than or equals to plus 1. Cos function is always lies between minus 1 and plus 1, including minus 1 and plus 1. So, minus 1 is less than or equals to cos 2x is less than or equals to plus 1. But we want minus 1 by 2 times of cos 2x. Minus 1 by 2 times of cos 2x we want. So, multiply by both sides minus 1 by 2. That is minus 1 by 2. We get minus 1 by 2 into minus 1 plus 1 by 2. If you multiply by minus, inequality sign will also change. That is less than or equals to convert into greater than or equals to into minus 1 by 2 into cos 2x is greater than or equals to clearly minus 1. So this is converted into greater than, less than or equals to converted into greater than or equals to, this one also converted into greater. We want the maximum value. What is the maximum value? The maximum value is 1 by 2. Therefore, the maximum value of sine, that is, the maximum value is merely 1 by 2. Or right here, that is a sin x plus b cos x plus c framing. After that, we find the maximum value c plus square root of a square plus b square. We get 1 by 2 1. Square root of 1 by 2 whole square. 1 by 2 whole minus 1 by 2 whole square means we get 1 by 4. 1 by 4 can be written as 1 by 2 whole square. Square and root get cancelled. We get 1 by 2. So maximum value of this function is nothing but sin x plus 5 by 4 into sin x minus 5 by 4 is clearly 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. This is. If you ask my minimum value, that is clearly minus 1 by 2. Next problem, observe here, take one. Maximum value of 1 by square root of 7 times of sin x plus square root of 29 times of cos x plus 7 value we want. Maximum value. That is f of x is equals to solution. F of x is equals to 1 by square root of 7 times of sin x plus square root of 29 times of cos x plus 7. So we want the maximum value. So if you want the maximum value, denominator have minimum value. If denominator is minimum, we get the maximum value. If the denominator is maximum, we get the minimum value. So f of x, we want f of x maximum means denominator is minimum. F of x is minimum means denominator has maximum. So the minimum value of square root of sin x plus square root of 29 times of cos x plus 7 is, already we know that is c minus square root of a square plus b square. That is c value here 7 minus square root of a value here clearly square root of 7 whole square plus b value square root of 29 whole square. Square and root by cancel square root. That is equal to 7 minus square root of 7 plus 29. That is equal to 7 minus square root of 7 plus 29. That is equal to 36. 7 minus square root of 36 means 6. We get 1. Therefore, the maximum value of, value of f of x is equals to 1 by minimum value of this function is clearly 1. That is equals to 1. So maximum value of the f of x is how much? 1. Maximum value. If you ask the maximum value of this function is 1 by this function is clearly the denominator has minimum value. We get the maximum of f of x. That is. Next, 11th problem. Observe here. The period of cos cube x. We want the period of cos cube x. Already we know that solution. We know that is cos 3x is equals to 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. Already we know that is identity. Cos 3x is equals to 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. 4 cos cube x minus 3 cos x. So we want the cos cube x. If you transpose this one, we get 4 cos cube x is equals to 4 cos cube x is equals to, that is cos 3x plus 3 cos x. Cos 3x plus 3 cos x. We want cos cube value, that is cos cube x is equals to 1 by 4 times of. If you transpose 4 from LHS to RHS, this is multiplication quantity will convert it into division quantity, that is 1 by 4 into cos 3x plus 3 cos x. Cos 3x plus 3 cos x. Observe here, leave this one. What is the period of cos 3x? The period of cos 3x is clearly 2 pi by mod 3. That is 2 pi by 3. Already we know that. Cos ax period is cos ax. The period of cos ax is 2 pi by mod. So cos 3x period is 2 pi by 3. And cos x period is clearly 2 pi. The period of cos x is how much? Period of cos x is clearly 2 pi. Period of cos x is how much? 2 pi. So we want the period of cos cube x. Therefore, the period of cos cube x is equals to period of cos cube x is equals to LCM of 2 pi by 3 comma 2 pi. The LCM of 2 pi by 3 comma 2 pi. That means LCM of this function, this period and this period. That is 2 pi by 3 and 2 pi. Clearly, that is equals to LCM of fractions. LCM of the fractions is equals to LCM of the numerators by LCM of the fractions is equals to LCM of the numerators by HCF of the denominators. So LCM of the numerator clearly 2 pi. LCM is clearly 2 pi only. What is the HCF of the denominator means 3 and 1. Here denominator is 1. 1 comma 3. HCF clearly 1 comma 3. HCF is clearly 1 only. So we get 1. So therefore the period is how much? Period is 2 pi. So the period of cos cube x is how much? 2 pi. The period of cos cube x is how much? 2 pi. Already we know that. The period of cos power mx. If m is even, we get period is how much? Pi. And m is odd, we get period is 2 pi. This is period is 2 pi. Next problem, observe here. The period of sin x into cos pi by 4 minus x. The period of sin x into cos pi by 4 minus x. We want this period. So observe here. Already we know that f of x is equal sin x into cos pi by 4 minus x. It is in the form of cos a minus b. Cos a minus b is equal to cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. So that is cos a, that is cos pi by 4 into cos b, that is cos x plus sin a, that is sin pi by 4 into sin b, that is sin x. Cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. That is equals to sin x into cos pi by 4, clearly 1 by square root of 2. Cos pi by 4 means cos 45 value 1 by square root of 2 into cos x plus sin pi by 4, clearly sin 1 by root 2 into sin x. Observe, this is. So if you multiply by sin x and take 1 by root 2 as common, we get sin x into cos x, we get sin x into cos x. Plus sin x into sin x, we get sin square x. Observe here, that is equal to 1 by square root of 2. If you multiply by numerator and denominator 2 by 2, we get 1 by 2 into 2 sin x cos x plus 2 sin x cos x plus. Here also multiply by 2 by 2, we get 2 sin square 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 2 sin square x. 1 by 2 into 2 sin square x. So 1 by 2, if you take 1 by 2 as down, we get 1 by 2 times of square root 2 into 2 sin x cos x, clearly sin 2x, sin 2x plus 2 sin square x. 2 sin square x can be written as, already we know that cos 2x is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square x. If you transpose 1 minus 2 sin square x, get positive quantity, that is plus 2 sin square x equals to 1 minus cos 2x. So this can be written as 1 minus cos 2x, that is 1 by 2 times of square root of 2 into, that is sin 2x plus or sin 2x minus cos 2x plus 1. So we want the period of f of x. Period of f of x means the period of sin 2x is, period of sin 2x is clearly, period of sin 2x is 2 pi by 2, that is nearly pi. Period of cos 2x is also pi. This is not exist. So the period of f of x is equal to clearly LCM of pi comma pi, that is equal to pi. So the period of f of x given function is clearly LCM of pi comma pi, clearly how much? That is the period. Next, the period of sin power 4x plus cos power 4x. This can be written as solution. F of x is equal to sin power 4x can be written as sin square x whole square plus cos power 4x can be written as cos square x whole square. So already we know that is equal to cos 2 theta, cos 2x is equal to, can be written as 2 cos square x minus 1 or 1 minus 2 sin square x. By using of this formula, cos 2x is equal to 2 cos square x minus 1 and cos 2x is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square x. We want sin square x value. Clearly, sin square x is equal to 1 minus cos 2x by 2. So this can be written as 1 minus cos 2x by 2 whole square plus cos square x. By using of cos 2x is equal to 2 cos square x minus 1. So we want cos square x. Cos square x is equal to 1 plus cos 2x by 2. 1 plus cos 2x by 2 whole square. Already we know that is a minus b whole square plus a plus b whole square is equal to clearly 2 times of a square plus b square. 2 times of a square plus b square. Here a is a minus b whole square plus a plus b whole square is equal to 2 times of a square plus b square. So observe here 2 times of a square plus b square. That is 1 by 2 whole square and 1 by 2 whole square, we get 1 by 4 into 2 times of a square means 1 whole square means 1 only plus b square means we get cos square 2x. Cos square 2x. That is 2 ones are 2 2s. That is equal to 1 by 2 into 1 plus, it is in the form of cos square theta. Cos square theta is equal to, consider 2x as theta, 2x as theta, cos square theta, again we write 1 plus cos 2x by 2. So 1 plus cos 2 theta, 2 theta is 2 into 2x, we get 4x by 2, that is. If you do LCM here, 1 by 2 into 2 ones are 2 plus 1, 3 cos 4x by 2. That is equal to 2 2s are 4, 1 by 4 into 3 plus cos 4x. 1 by 4 into 3 plus cos 4x. We want the period of f of x is equal. Period of f of x is equal. So clearly, we know that period of cos ax. Cos ax is 2 pi by mod a. So 2 pi by clearly mod a means we get 4. 2 ones are 2 2s are, that is Period is nearly pi by 2. Period is how much? Pi by 2 is the period. Period of 6 cos power 4x minus 7 sin power 4x is. We want the period. Already we know that is cos power nx. Cos power n into x. Period is if n is even, that is pi. If n is odd, clearly 2. Same sin power nx period is if n is even, that is equals to pi. If n is odd, that is equals to 2 pi. Clearly. So 6 times of cos power 4x. This is else, that is period of f of x is equals to cos power 4x period is cos power nx period is clearly n value 4. So n is even, the period is pi. So period of f of x is equals to LCM of this period is clearly pi comma sin power 4x sin power nx. If n is even, period is pi. So LCM of pi comma pi. Therefore, the function period is clearly, that is LCM of pi comma pi is clearly pi. So 6 cos power 4x minus 7 sin power 4x period is clearly pi. That is. Next, fourth one. The period of sin 3 pi by x plus 81 cos 12 pi by x minus 101 tan 2 pi by 5 into x. We want the period. So that is f of x is equal to given that sin 3 pi x plus 81 cos 12 pi x plus 5 minus 101 into tan 2 pi by 5 into x. Clearly this one period is sin ax period is 2 pi by mod a. So 2 pi by mod a means clearly 3 pi. So pi get cancelled, we get 2 by this period. 81 cos 12 pi by x. This one also cos ax period is clearly, that is 2 pi by mod a. Mod a means we get 12 pi. Pi and pi get cancelled, 2 ones are 2 6 are. We get period is 1 by 6 here. What is the tan ax? The tan ax period is clearly, period is pi by mod a. Pi by mod a, that is 2 pi by 5. So pi and pi get cancelled, we get 2 by 5 can be written as 5 by 5. Yes. Period is 5. Therefore, the period of f of x given function is equal to LCM of, that is 2 by 3 comma 1 by 6 comma 5 by 2. LCM of 2 by 3 comma 1 by 6 comma 5 by 2. Already we know that LCM of fractions is equals to LCM of fractions is equals to LCM of fractions is equals to LCM of numerators by HCF of denominators. LCM of numerators by HCF of denominator. That is equals to period we want. That is LCM of 2, 1, 5, clearly 10. HCF 362. 362. HCF highest common factor is 1. So we get 10 is the answer. Period is equal to how much? Period of f of x is equals to. Period is equal to how much? 10 is the answer. The period of tan of x plus 2x plus 3x plus and so on plus 9x is how much? Observe here, period. F of x is equal to tan of, if you take x as common, we get 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on plus 9. That is. Already we know that the sum of first n natural number is equal to n into n plus 1. That is equal to tan of x into, that is 9 into 9 plus 1 by 2. That is. Formula is n into n plus 1 by 2, that is sigma n. Sigma n is equals to n into n plus 1 by 2. Sum of first n natural number equals to n into n plus 1 by 2. Here clearly n is 9. 9 into 9 plus 1 by 2, that is equals to tan of x into 9 into 10 by 2. 2 ones, 2 5s. There is sum we want. That is 5 9s are 45. That is equals to tan 45x. Tan 45x. That is equal. This can be expressed. Degrees can be expressed in the form of pi by 4. That is radians. That is 45 can be written as pi by 4 radians. That is. We want the period. The period is equal to. Already we know that period of tan ax is pi by mod. So pi by mod n is modulus of pi by 4. That is equal to pi into 4 by 5. Pi by get cancelled. That is equal to 4 is the period. 4 is the period. Next, the period of 7 sin x plus 5 cos x by 7 sin 2x plus 11 cos 2x. So it is in the form of f of x by g of x. F of x period is clearly LCM of sin x period is clearly 2 pi. Cos x period also 2 pi. So f of x period is total 2 pi. F of x period is how much? 2 pi. Next, g of x period is also that is g of x period is LCM of sin 2x. Sin 2x period is clearly 2 pi by 2. That is we get pi. Cos 2x period also pi. 2 pi by 2. 2 to get cancelled we get pi. That is equal to pi. Therefore, period of f of x by g of x is equal to period of f of x by g of x is equal to LCM of 2 pi gamma pi. LCM of f of x and g of x. That is equal to LCM of 2 pi and pi is clearly 2 pi is the LCM. Therefore, the period of the given function is how much? 2 pi. That is. Next, f of x is equal to sin pi by 8 plus x by 2 minus sin square pi by 8 plus x by 2 minus sin square pi by 8 minus x by 2. Then the period, we want period of f of x. Consider as this is a, this is b. It is in the form of sin square a minus sin square b. Sin square a minus sin square b is equal to sin sum into sin difference. Sin square a minus sin square b is equal to sin sum into sin difference. This can be written as that is equal to sin sum, that means pi by 8 plus x by 2 plus pi by 8 minus x by 2, that is a plus b into sin difference, that is pi by 8 a minus b, pi by 8 plus x by 2 minus into plus minus pi by 8 plus x by 2. So sin square a minus sin square b is equal to sin sum into sin difference. Clearly x by 2 and x by 2 get cancelled. Here pi by 8 plus pi by 8 get cancelled. We get here that is sin 2 pi by 8 into we get sin 2 x by 2 we get 2 times of x by 2. Clearly 2 ones, 2 fours, 2 and 2 get cancelled. That is equal to sin pi by 4 into sin x. Sin pi by 4 value, that is 1 by square root of 2 into sin x. Therefore, the period of f of x is equal to, what is the period of sin x? Clearly, period of sin x is 2 pi. So, period of f of x also, given function is also how much? 2 pi. Next, the minimum value of sin square pi by 3 plus sin square pi by 3 plus x plus sin square pi by 3 minus x. The minimum value of sin square pi by 3 plus x plus sin square pi by 3 minus x we want. That is already we know that is cos 2x is equals to 1 minus 2 sin square x. Cos 2x is equals to 1 minus 2 sin square x. By using this formula, sin square x can be written as 1 minus cos 2x by 1 minus cos 2x by 2. 1 minus cos 2x by 2. So sin square x is equals to 1 minus cos 2x by 1 minus cos 2x by 2. So that is equals to sin square x can be written as 1 minus cos 2x 2 times of that is 5 by 3 plus x cos 1 minus cos 2x by 1 minus cos 2x by 2 plus here also sin square x can be written as 1 minus cos 2x that is 2 times of 5 by 3 minus x that is 5. If you take 1 by 2 as common, 1 by 2 as common, that is 1 minus cos that is 2 pi by 3 plus 2x 2 pi by 3 plus 2x plus here also 1 minus cos 2 pi by 3 minus 2x. This is 1 plus 1 how much 2 that is 1 by 2 into 2 plus 1 plus 1 how much 2. If you take minus s down here we get again cos 2 pi by 3 plus 2x plus cos 2 pi by 3 minus 2x. So this is it is in the form of cos c plus cos d. Cos c plus cos d is equals to cos c plus cos d is equals to how much? Cos c plus cos d is equals to 2 times of cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d. That is 1 by 2 times of 2 minus that is cos c plus cos d is equals to 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c plus d by 2 that is 2 pi by 3 cos this is 2 cos c plus d by 2 2 pi by 3 plus 2x plus 2 pi by 3 minus 2x 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2 that is 2 pi by 3 plus 2x minus 2 pi by 3 plus 2x by 2 that is 2 cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2 2x get cancel 2 pi by 2 by 3 get cancel. We get here that is 1 by 2 times of 2 minus 2 cos 2 pi by 3 2 pi by 3 2 times of 2 pi by 3 and 2 get cancelled we get cos how much 2 times of cos 2 pi by 3 we get 2 times of pi by 2 get cancelled that is equal to into cos 2x plus 2x 4x by 2 we get 2x only. That is 1 by 2 into 2 clearly 1 by 2 into 2 that is 1 minus again we get cos 2 pi by 3 pi by 3 means 2 pi by 3 pi by 3 180 by 3 180 by 3 means 60 2 times of 60 120 cos 120 is same as cos 120 can be written as observe here cos 120 is nothing but cos 90 plus 30 cos 90 plus theta how much cos 90 plus theta that is minus sin theta minus sin 30 we get that is minus that means plus sin 30 into that is cos 2x. Sin 30 value we know that sin 30 value 1 by 2 so that is 1 plus 1 by 2 into cos 2x 1 plus 1 by 2 into cos 2x. We want the minimum value of this function minimum value. Already we know that cos function is always lies between minus 1 is less than or equals to cos 2x is less than or equals to 1 minus 1 is less than or equals to cos 2x is less than or equals to 1. We want 1 by 2 times of cos 2x. Both sides multiply means we get 1 by 2 is less than or equals to 1 by 2 cos 2x is less than or equals to 1 by 2. We want 1 plus 1 by 2. 1 plus 1 by 2 means add plus on both sides. 1 minus 1 by 2 less than or equals to 1 plus 1 by 2 cos 2x is less than or equals to 1 plus 1 by 2. 2 ones are 2. 2 minus 1 can be 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is less than or equals to 1 plus 1 by 2 cos 2x is less than or equals to 3 by 2. So we want the minimum value. The minimum value is clearly minimum value. Minimum value is how much? Minimum value is clearly 1 by 2. That is minimum value is 1 by 2. That is minimum value how much? 1 by 2 is the minimum value. Yes, next one. The period of tan theta minus 1 by 3 times of tan cube theta into 1 by 3 minus tan square theta whole power minus 1. We want the period. That is solution of the here. Tan theta, if you do LCM here, we get 3 into tan theta, 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta into, we get here also, if you do LCM, we get 3 into 3 by 1 minus 3 tan square theta whole power minus 1. Whole power, if you do LCM, this one. So clearly, 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta by 3 into a to the power a by b whole power minus 1 is equal to b by a whole power plus 1. That is clearly 3 by 1 minus 3 tan square theta we get 3 and 3 get cancelled. That is equal to 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta by we get 1 minus 3 tan square theta we get 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta by 1 minus 3 tan square theta we get. We have a one formula that is clearly tan 3 theta. Already we know that the period of tan ax is pi by mod a. Period of tan ax is equals to pi by mod a. So the period of tan 3 theta, is equals to clearly pi by 3. Pi by 3 is the period. Next, 10th problem. That is the period of sin x plus 8x plus 27x plus and so on plus n cube x is. The period of sin x plus 8x plus 27x plus n cube x we want. That is solution. After here, f of x is equals to, that is sin, if you take x as common, we get 1 plus 8 plus 27 plus and so on plus n cube. That is, we want the period of this. Already we know that the sum of first n natural numbers, the sum of the cubes of first n natural numbers is clearly n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4. The sum of the cubes of first n natural numbers. The sum of the cubes of the first n natural numbers is clearly n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4. So this can be written as f of x is equal to sin of x into 1 plus 8 plus 27 plus and so on plus n cube can be written as n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4. That is. So we want the period of sin ax. This is a and x. This is. So already we know that period of sin ax is 2 pi by mod a. Period of sin ax is 2 pi by mod a. Therefore, the period of given function f of x is equal to 2 pi by mod a means n square into n plus n whole square by 4. This can be written as 4 to the 8 pi by we get n square into n plus 1 whole square. Therefore, the period is equal to 8 pi by n square into n plus 1 whole square. The period is 8 pi by n square into n plus 1 whole square. This is next one. The minimum value of sin power 6x plus cos power 6x is the minimum value. Already we know that is f of x is equal to given that f of x is equal to sin power 6x can be written as sin square x whole cube plus cos power 6x can be written as that is cos square x whole cube. cos square x whole cube. A power n whole power n equals a power n. So it gives us 6. Here also it gives us 6. So we know that a cube plus b cube is equal to a cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. A cube plus b cube is equal to, for identity we know that is a cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. So clearly a value sin square x and b value cos square x. So we get here a plus b whole cube means that is sin square x plus cos square x whole cube minus 3 into sin square x into cos square x into a plus b means we get here sin square x plus cos square x here. So already we know that identity sin square theta plus cos square theta value 1. So here we get 1 whole cube minus 3 times of sin square x into cos square x into here also sin square theta plus cos square theta value 1. We get 1. So 1 cube 1 into 1 into 1 we get 1 only 1 minus 3 times of sin square x into cos square x into 1 is nothing but 3 sin square x cos square x. We don't have any formula of 3 sin square x cos square x. So numerator and denominator is multiplied by 4 by 4. We get here. Observe here. This can be written as 1 minus 3 by 4 into 4 sin square x cos square x. That is equal to 1 minus 3 by 4 into this can be written as 2 sin x into cos x whole square. 2 sin x into cos x whole square. That is 2 square means 4 sin x whole square means sin square x cos x whole square means cos square x. That is clearly we know that is equal to 1 minus 3 by 4 into 2 sin theta cos theta. 2 sin theta cos theta equals sin 2 theta. So we get here sin square 2x. Sin square 2x. We want the minimum value of sin power 6x plus cos power 6x. We want the minimum value. If you want the minimum value means sin function have maximum 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to how much? Sin 2 theta. So we get here sin square 2x. If you want the maximum, so the minimum value of f of x is the maximum value of sin 2x. Maximum value of, if you want the minimum value of given function is sin 2x should be the maximum value. So what is the maximum value of sin 2x is maximum value if x is equal to 45 degrees, sin 2 times of 45 is nothing but sin 90 value 1. So maximum value of sin 2x is clearly 1. So maximum value of sin 2x is how much? 1. That is equal to 1 minus 3 by 4. If you do LCM, 4 minus 3 by 4, that is equal to 1 by 4 is the minimum value. If you want the minimum value of this function is the maximum value of sin 2x. Maximum value of sin 2x is clearly 1. So 1 minus 3 by 4 into 1, clearly 1 minus 3 by 4. That is 4 minus 3 by 4, we get 1 by